Hello, it's Kevin here. Video number 3 in our series of IELTS writing criteria. What do they mean? How do they work? What are they? Etc. And some examples. We decided to make this series because we were perhaps not shocked, but surprised by a number of people who were taking IELTS and had no clear ideas about the criteria, what they were, and more essentially how to meet them. So this is video number 3. We did task achievement, task response, coherence and cohesion, and this is number 3. The final one, grammatical range and accuracy, will be coming soon. Okay, so if you're watching this on my channel on YouTube, I've got my various links below, and all the videos are there. If you're watching on IELTS 9 Pro or on Telegram, then you already know. So let's get going. Lexical Resource. Okay, let's see what we can do here. So what does this measure exactly? The range and accuracy of your vocab. All right. So if you ever look at the criteria in detail, you can download the official criteria from British Council, IELTS.org, IDP, etc. So as well as being accurate to get a high score, you have to show a wide range of vocabulary. Now, this is a common problem of synonyms, which I've mentioned before in many videos, in many essay review and introduction videos. People keep choosing inappropriate words for the context, so they use what they think is a synonym, but it's not directly interchangeable. Okay, so as well as using a wide range of vocabulary, it must be appropriate for the context. Simply using a wide range of vocab that doesn't work will have the opposite effect on your score. So, precise use, that's what it's talking about. Accurately, appropriately, natural, sophisticated control of lexical features. Now, you can have some minor errors, right, in spelling word formation. You can still get a high score. You can get 9, you can get 8, etc. So you don't have to be perfect. Minor errors, it says, and have a minimal impact on communication. So uncommon, common. So the common terms are related to personal experience and daily habits. Uncommon, topic-specific language, idiomatic language, and phrasal verbs. Now, for the topics, we've got a video talking about called Ideas Bank. Again, you can find it if you search on my channel or in the group. And in that, I talk about, we know what the topics are, right? Education, environment, transport, crime, etc., etc. And you need topic-specific language for each of the themes. So if you're talking about writing, I should say, about environment, you need to be using net zero, carbon neutral, greenhouse gases, blah, blah, blah. If you're talking about crime, you need to be using vocab like justice, sentencing, prisoner, offender, justice, etc. Okay? So that's the uncommon terms, the specific to the topic. So, the collocations. Now, again, this is something that lots of people get wrong. So for example, it's always black and white. It's never white and black. It's always salt and pepper. It's never pepper and salt. Right? So, environmental pollution, major issue, promising future. These naturally go together or collocate. Such as it's fish and chips. It's never chips and fish. Now, there's other things like dependent prepositions, which I won't go into here. but that's when you've got a verb and it always has a particular preposition associated with it, like attention, right? So, I mean, right. So, such as pay, right? So, pay attention to. It's always to. You always pay attention to, you know? So, dependent prepositions, maybe that's something we'll have a look at a later date. You never know. Let's see. So, some common ones: food, work, car, family, uncommon, sophisticated, phobia, negligible, incentivize, adolescent, teenager. Now, as it says, the synonyms should have equivalent meanings, should be directly interchangeable. For example, we had a topic quite recently about should people have children at an older age, and people were using elderly. Now, elderly is not the same as older. Older. Elderly means really old, right? So people were using this. So you could say mature, as in people maybe in their 30s and 40s. You could say old, maybe 60s, older, all right? But elderly, that's usually pretty old, 70s, 80s, you know? So they were using these, and they just don't have a common equivalent, all right? So that's something that you need to avoid. Now, for a 7, let's take a look. So you need to have some flexibility. You need to be able to use less common words, and you must have an awareness of style and collocation. Now, you can have some minor inappropriacies and a few errors in spelling. So you don't have to be perfect. A 5, but repetition. Now, I don't have any particular examples to show you, but I had some essay somebody sent me last week. Let me think, and it was like, so I think it was about online shopping. And it was online shopping, online shopping, shopping online shopping. And they used it about maybe 10 times in the essay. So that is basically what they mean by lack of flexibility and repetitions. You don't have to change every single usage. And we've got videos on my channel in the group about how you can paraphrase. Use a synonym, make it passive into active, change the word order, use different words from the same family. So there's different things that you can do. So that's something definitely to avoid. Now, idioms, you need to be careful, because it's meant to be an academic, general training. They don't expect as much from the academic. You have to write an essay, yes, but if you're doing the academic IELTS, you do need to be using more academic language. So, as it says, use idioms only if they fit the topic appropriately. So you need to be very careful how you use these. I had a student yesterday on Sunday morning, and he sent me an essay. He was talking about a bunch of stuff. So I said, what you mean? A considerable amount of? A significant amount of? So you have to be very, very careful how you use these. Now, what's the strategy? Repetition. So, as you know, sentence 1, you need to paraphrase the topic. All right? If you look at the criteria, it specifically says, if you rewrite the topic with minimal lexical alteration, they'll simply cross it out, and they won't count it. They won't include it in the word count. So you need to avoid repetition. Brainstorm your synonyms, and there's different ways. Like say, instead of important, significant, considerable, crucial, vital, unnecessary, there's so many, so many different ways. And again, combinations. You always commit a crime. You never make a crime. You know, so lion roar versus a shout. Do lions actually shout? You know, so one of the best ways, right, that you can get used to all this stuff is to read. I keep saying this. Reading as widely as possible is one of the best things any candidate can do. You'll see all these combinations, the collocations, or the idioms, or the expressions, or the sentence construction, the grammatical use, you know. That's the best way to read as widely as possible. Then you will see all these different things, and you can make a note of them. Now, as I said, right, word formation, such as families, economic, economical, economy. Some of them don't work. So like every economy as a noun is not the same as economical, which is an adjective. But for some of them, you can, like if you're talking about such as spending, you know, so you might have a question that says, more and more people are spending on blah, blah, blah. So you could talk about spending, spent, will spend, will have spent, has been spending, expenditure. You can use that, expenditure also. So it's part of the family. Precise, precise. Be precise. Understand the words, topic, related vocabulary. So, precision. Again, if we go back, if you look at the criteria, you know, precise, word usage, and choice. Okay. So, what's the don'ts? Try not to mix American and British. And this is the same in the speaking section. I'm not talking about accents or anything, but, you know, try not to, you know, like you've got Americans, so like when we write words in English, in British, such as colour, C-O-L-O-U-R. Americans, it would be C-O-L-O-R, etc. So they have difference in spelling. It doesn't matter which, but don't mix them up. If you're going to use American spelling, and also there's meter and center. So we use, ours is C-E-N-T-R-E, theirs is C-E-N-T-T-E-R, etc. You know, so don't mix them up. Okay. Now, if you're not 100% sure, like here, if you're not 100% sure, as I keep saying, don't use it. Because as a strategy, at least it won't be incorrect. Right? So instead of using a word that you're not 100% sure, that is not appropriate, not correct, so you'll be losing out, use words that you know, if you're not 100% sure, best not to use it. Now, imprecision. A bunch, stuff, thing. You know? No slang words. Awesome. Somebody used this. So awesome, a bunch of stuff. It's like, we don't really use those in academic writing. No old-fashioned words, the masses, denizen. That's not so. I mean, things such as thus, you know, THUS. Who actually uses that these days? It's not the Bible, you know. Avoid idioms and cliches. Yes, no contractions. Okay, so just keep an eye on those. So, hope that helps. Like I say, you can check out IDP, British Council. They've got all this stuff in more detail. Right, hope that helps. So I'll see you later for video number 4, where we're going to look at grammatical range and accuracy. Okay, hope that helps, and see you next time.